Cloakmaster is one of the earliest works in this exhibition. It was made in 2006. This is actually a 19th century French clock that you see in this work. Why this work is in this show is film is very much about time as well. It's 25 frames per second, and it is, to me, making a film is all about, in Tarkovsky's words, sculpting in time. My work is a lot about time, the traces of time, compressed time within spaces, how we work hard to erase the traces of time in the objects we own, in the objects we create, and how we manage our lives in time, and our bodies, of course. I'm very interested in how we transform things and how the things we transform in return transforms us. So these gestures are, of course, a big part of the craftsmanship. It is how the hand learns how to do things, how it is connected to the brain, and what we do with the hand, it's something we get better at over time. So in these works with crafts that you see in the exhibition, the clockmaster, the tattoo, studio ceramist, taxidermist, in all of them, how the world touches us back is it teaches us patience, humility, it teaches us to devote ourselves to becoming good at something. In the last few years, I have been very interested in the idea and the world around energy, how it is produced, how it is distributed, because it is what keeps our civilization in working order, if it is working. And this work is on underground pipes, huge steel pipes that carry gas, which is then used to make energy. But when you see them, that these pipes are being made 24 hours a day, continuously, and that these pipes are going underground and connecting each other without territories, without borders, they're going everywhere. And also the idea that you can just go into one of these pipes in Baku, let's say, in Azerbaijan, and you can walk all the way through into Istanbul or whatever without having to come up ground is an idea that was fascinating me. And these things are, of course, not only part of a physical structure, they are also building a power structure, they're also shaping our politics, our way of life, our economics, our different hierarchies that are created within our societies, but they are unseen. In this exhibition, you see many different rhythms and scales of time. You see certain things that are just being born, like these pipes, they are just coming into the world, slowly getting their history. Then you have past, for instance, where you see archaeologists working on civilizations that were more than 1,000 years old, maybe 1,500 years old. There's all these different time capsules in this exhibition. And one of the newer works that I did, maybe the most recent one, is North. And it is a mining town that belonged to the Soviets. And it was shut down in 1996 because economically it became obsolete. But this town that was built all through the 20th century carries the marks of many things. You can see the economic side, you can see the propaganda, you can see a lot of different levels of the society that produced this town. Of course, the end of an individual's time, death, is something that is always running all through my works, the time that ends and what happens afterwards, if anything, or how a human being projects, or how a civilization projects itself over its own death. So an individual's dead body is something I wanted to include in my work. I really feel a kinship with other artists' studios, and whenever I can, I like to see where other artists work, because it is always a protected space. It is always a space built with the intention of creation, built with the things that the artists would love to keep around for dialogue, for inspiration. For me, the only times I can really think and I can really change the structures in my mind and come up with new ideas, new rhythms, new aesthetic things is when I'm alone. I think everything interrelates and interpenetrates. All the things we have in the world, rocks and clocks and human beings, we are symbolic animals and we find meaning in things. And to me, a mechanic thing is one of the most human things. It would not have existed without us. And I see in a well-working machine, I see something very humane and very extremely that belongs to us.